In The Graver, the neighbors want your life, but only because they need it to get your soul. Please welcome Writers of the Future Judge Doug Beeson.
Good evening. Amy Hughes, author of The Graver, was raised in Alberta, Canada. Now listen to this. Amy's been a factory line worker, a veterinary technician, a missionary, a herbalist, a landscape designer, and a stay-at-home mom. She's also eaten fire, jumped off a third-story balcony, and crashed in a hot air balloon. More than anything else, she wants to be a writer, at least to be a lot safer. She hopes it doesn't have to involve, though, growing up. The Graver is Amy's first submission to the Writers of the Future contest, so please join me in congratulating the author, Amy Hughes.
This is a lot scarier than all that other stuff. So I was told that I won this contest late last year. And so I've had a little while to live with this before the event, before I actually was able to come. And I had the privilege of being able to go to a writing conference in Utah in February. And I knew going in that this contest was a big deal, and I was kind of excited to be able to say, oh yeah, I won Writers of the Future. And I started introducing myself around, and some friends were bragging, and that felt nice. And but it was really amazing. What made me start understanding how big a deal this contest was when I met professional writers who'd been in the field, many of them for decades. When I was introduced to them and told that I was a winner, their whole countenance changed. And suddenly I went from just being another fan at the conference to being one of them. And that was amazing. That was the first clue that I had how big a deal this contest was going to be, being able to be here. But I still wasn't prepared for what was in store for us this week. I am so grateful for Author Services and Galaxy Press for all of the work they've done into making all of us feel like superstars. I don't think there's any other place that a new writer can go to receive this kind of instruction and this kind of opportunity. Where else can a new writer like me go to actually give an elevator pitch in an elevator to Tom Doherty? I mean, that was spectacular. Nobody gets that chance. It's been the most amazing week, and I'm so grateful for the L. Ron Hubbard for starting this contest, for giving new writers a chance to step into this field, to be a part of this world. I'm especially grateful for my illustrator. He made my Emma come alive, and I just, as it were, he like someone else said tonight, they find details in the artwork that you didn't even know you put in the story, but they're there, it was just spectacular to see my story come to life on the page. That was unbelievable. I am grateful. I would like to thank my friend, Daniel Friend, who edited my story for me to help me get it ready for submission in this contest. And I would like to thank my family for all of the support and the love that they've given me over the years. I'm not sure that they will ever fully understand my choice of genre, but they love me anyway. And for that, I am grateful. And I am most especially grateful for my husband, Brandon. He is the most amazing and most supportive man that I could possibly have found on this planet. I was very scared for a long time about telling people that I wanted to be a writer. It was one of those things, you don't want to share your work because people might laugh at it, or people might think you're, some kind of uber geek, but we're in this room and we're all uber geeks, and that's awesome. But But so when I married him, we've been married for almost 14 years now, but it was 2 years into my marriage before I got up the courage to tell him that I wanted to write, that that's what I wanted to do with my life. And you would think a conversation like that would happen much sooner, but 2 years in, it took a while. But I remember we were in Boulder, Colorado, and we were walking along Boulder Creek Path, and instantly, without any proof that I could actually do this, he jumped on this dream of mine, and he was not going to let it go. He was not going to let me hide from this. He was not going to let me run away. And all the way home to our apartment, he was pointing to things, saying, "Describe that to me. How would you tell me that scene right there and on the page?" And he has never stopped all of these years. And I love him for the support. I am here today because of him. And Brennan, I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Taylor Payton, illustrator for The Graver, is from Minneapolis, Minnesota. The illustration bug hit Taylor while he was majoring in media arts and animation in college. He soon moved from animation to digital artwork and then finished his degree. Taylor went on to win Best in Show at his graduate portfolio ceremony and has since worked on a plethora of private and commercial jobs. Please congratulate artist Taylor Payton.
Man, this is just astonishing, isn't it, guys? All right, so I sat down last night to write a speech, but of course I began drawing all over the page. I guess that's why I'm not up here accepting an award for authorship. Nevertheless, this past week has been so phenomenal that I'm not even sure I can describe it, but I'm sure gonna try. So first and foremost, I feel some heartfelt thanks are in order. It's thanks to Author Services, Galaxy Press, and the L. Ron Hubbard Estate that we're all in attendance tonight. They worked around the clock to make all of this come together. They brought this collective vision to the forefront for all of us to experience. I'd also like to thank my mom, my dad, my friends, my family, and especially my girlfriend, Caitlin. For without them, I would not be standing in front of you guys today. Their constant encouragement has been driving me and kept keeping me going even when I just thought it was too hard to persist. They created a network of love and support that anybody would be fortunate to have. And of course, the phenomenal writer Amy Hughes and her husband Brandon, because they come as a unit, you know. At the beginning, I never thought that my art would take me this far, but as I worked diligently on my craft and just fought through all the hardships, it really makes you realize that moments like this make it all worth it. And I just want to say to artists out there of all ages, all walks, all crafts, that if you put your heart and soul and the very fiber of yourself into what it is you do, then people will love it. Just take time each day to enjoy the journey, to savor the process, and to challenge yourself to reach new levels of skill and fulfillment. And don't forget to pay it forward. Thanks, everyone.